This is a time that's fraught with a host of issues, polarization, deep partisanship that does not encourage cooperation and participation across the aisle. But I think it's also a very exciting time in America, and it's certainly an exciting time in the South. We are witnessing a kind of sweeping change, gradual but certain, in terms of demographics. And my hope as a faith leader, as a citizen, that this will force all of us into having the kinds of uncomfortable conversations um, that Americans very often are hard pressed to have.
I don't think you can point to any one event, election or anything else that really and say, that's what did it. It's a combination of things. And as I said, some of this is a result, I think, of kind of long-term trends in American society. And growing racial and ethnic diversity is a factor there. Kind of changing religious beliefs and values. The fact that we have a growing kind of secular, a growing number of people or percentage of the population who are secular or non-religious, and that's created a growing conflict over certain kinds of issues.
When you know for a fact what political party somebody is with and they're the same viewpoint as you can say anything. But when you're in mixed company or with people you just met, or especially with people you work with, you don't say anything.
Yeah, it's a culture war. They're just presenting you a false choice, and it's just a way for you to be like, well, I know where I stand on that, and like, isn't that good for me? I don't have to inhibit or inhabit any kind of ambiguity about who I am or the way the world works. I just know that I am this and they are that, and I think that that is really comforting for some people, but it shouldn't be what we strive for.
I try not to be cynical and I try not to be negative. Um, I try to be hopeful that I'm saddened by the evolution of race relations in our country. I'm saddened that, all these years after the civil rights movement, that we are where we are in regard to race relations, not just in Dothan, in our country. I'm saddened by the divisiveness of our country. I think if 911 showed us anything, it was that, to our enemies, we are all the same. We differentiate ourselves by race, by gender, by socioeconomics. Our enemies don't. When they blew up the tower, they didn't care. So I'm saddened that even in this day and age, there's so much divisiveness and segregation that still exists in areas in our society. But so do I try to tell children that? No. I try to keep it positive and you can do it and all you got to do is try and put forth your best effort.
But I know I'm doing these things wrong. I know I'm being mean. I know I'm being hateful. I know I'm putting people down. I know I'm arguing with the people I shouldn't be arguing with, the people that I should be loving instead. I wish that everybody just loved each other. It'd make everybody's so hateful and I don't know, they're just so angry. I just don't get people anymore. They're so sad and depressing and just you need to just like I don't know.
I'll say probably the same. Because, I mean, it ain't going to be no difference. It's all messed up. So, I mean, it's what's been done. It's got to go do. It's got to work with what we got. So, like that, I reckon.
Are you hopeful?
Yeah.
I don't really see a bright future. I don't see a bright future unless we bury these lines, man. Right now, in the 2000s, man, 2014, 2015, man. We really got to do away with this, man. This prejudice. We really have to do away with feeling that you're not my brother, that I'm not your brother. We have to really do away with that. I fought side by side. He's from Iowa. My best friend's from Iowa, Joshua Carr. He was a soldier. I'm out now. He's out. We fought side by side. We ate together. We drank out the same cup together. I believe that close quarters broke down those lines. I think that we all are in close quarters. Right now we're in close quarters. We're in society. I think that the only thing that's holding us back is ourselves.
Politics just winds down to the end of just picking apart a person. Then what are the real mass. If it's talking about that person's quality and not what's important for our nation or important for our state or important for like the world, why are we talking about all these other things?
It seems like it's a great struggle just for I guess I don't know. I don't try to play a blame game. Just try to pretty much reason with the truth.
Yeah, and I don't want to sound like I'm on one side or the other, but you know, government is getting a little large, or it's getting a little bit too involved in everyone's lives. I think if both sides could agree on that, and then agree on what to do. I don't think necessarily one side really wants more government, but they see a way to solve the problem with more government. So if they could both just sit down and agree on that and try to trim things without partisan attacks, well, you know, it would help. Yeah.